so I stopped being lazy. Yeah, and I became creative. And I learned how to create it. And now that pride's for me. So come see. Oh, come eat.
Yes, sir. I'm on anxiety.
You like that?
Yes, sir.
You like that? Welcome to the Silver Lining Rapid Reaction.
I'm on here nodding.
Well, I am your host, Sterling.
On my body, got a bad
Co-host,
me and my
Cam
friends
Turner.
got me, and I'm swag. I'm surfing. I'm swag. I'm surfing. I'm swag. I'm surfing. Yes, sir.
Boy, Kirktober chains, boy. Kirktober thuggins, boy. That is what you spent the money for.
It's 11:30, and I'm full sweat right now.
Yeah, man. This is what we needed, boy. This is what I needed.
Boy, these cardiac kids, man.
Nah, bro. I think we're on the verge of something. This is what I needed to see. Let me tell you, I needed to see the offense do what they do, right? Because guess what? You remember what the halftime score was? You remember how many points the Bucs scored in the first half?
Was it 21?
They scored 24.
24 in the first, yeah. It was
24. They ended up with they only scored 30 for the game. We held them to 6 points in the second half. The defense has shown they can make adjustments. They was getting abused in that first half. But then that second half, they put the clamps on them. So it was up to the offense to do their thing. You know, the offense had some rough moments now. You know, we had some rough moments in that kicking game, but that boy cool. Bruh, game on the line, man. I don't know who I'm trusting more, but that boy cool.
Hey, he might miss like a mid-quarter gimme.
He always do.
One thing for so, and two things for certain, he ain't missing no game winner.
And let me tell you what else is crazy, too. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, with the Falcons, there's some games be some bad vibes games.
Yes, sir.
And usually a bad vibes game for us as Falcons fans is when Koo miss a kick. If Koo miss a kick, bro, I'll be like, remember when Matt Bryant? If Matt Bryant used to miss a kick, I was like, oh, it just ain't our day.
Yeah, because he don't never miss.
He don't never miss. Yeah, sometimes he'll kick and miss. You know what I'm saying? Guys were getting hurt left and right, come back in the game. Bro, but the protection, even though Kirk got sacked a lot, we threw the ball a lot, and Kirk had a lot of good protection.
Hey.
Bro, the offense was amazing on third downs.
Hey,
like
time of Kirktober.
Bro, the way,
I'm gonna throw a number. Just hear this. 500.
Yeah, 509 yards, 4 touchdowns.
500.
But most importantly, a W, bro. I just want a W.
And questions have been answered. Offense can do right. Zach Robinson showed he can adjust as well. This is a big coming out party for him. Kyle Pitts got some numbers.
Bruh.
He passed that ball around. Everybody got the rock.
On a short week.
I can't wait to enjoy football Sunday, knowing my boys have already won. We topped
the division. Man.
Ooh-wee.
It'll be a great weekend if the Saints lose. I don't care if the Saints last. They can lose.
Not only did we win, we got more time up. This is a mini bye. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, baby.
We got our third win, put us in first place in the division, 1-0 against both the Saints and the Bucs already.
2-0 in the division.
You know what I'm saying? And look, real tall now, you know, unless we implode, if we take care of business, you know, these next few weeks, you know, we only got one division game like after the bye.
Hey, man.
Like our bye week 12. So we're going to be 11 games in and already have played 5 division games. We have undefeated in conference. Nobody in the NFC has beaten the Falcons yet. Now, granted, 2 of those are our you know, division mates, but we beat the Eagles too. You know, that shit could, you know, if it was to come to a wild card, that could be important down the line. But, bruh, I mean, look, the defense, I was nervous a little at half because of how the defense was looking, but I was just like, man, just show me that I was right for having faith in y'all and what I saw. Because I know that when I seen the Saints moving the ball, and then I was like, hold up now, it looked like they made some adjustments, and then, you know, got them back in control. But, you know, so I was like, I think the defense can do it. But I was scared their defense was going to make adjustments. And then it was going to slow our offense down.
Yeah.
But, nah. No, bruh. I think we might be on to something.
Hey
I
man,
think we might be on to something, bruh. Kirk looking. Hey, bruh. I was like, is Kirktober a real thing?
dog.
Like, I know it's a statistical thing, but like, it seemed like it was just some magic too. Like, guys
Oh, it had to been a
was,
little bit. Hey, it not only was Kirktober, it was Matt Ryan's initiation into
oh,
the Ring of
thank
Honor.
God,
What a
yes,
fucking way
bruh.
to
Did not
initiate
want to
my favorite
lose.
quarterback, my quarterback. Don't get me wrong, I am a big truther that Matt Ryan is the greatest quarterback the Falcons have ever had.
Yeah, he is.
He is
It's
our
not
only
close to me.
MVP. I love Matt. And for him to go out and see this game, this is great. And he did say that Matt Ryan was very bullish on us. We had a very slow start, but he said it. Once this offense gets going, once we get clicking, you're going to start seeing it. And this was the first taste of it tonight.
Hey,
Now,
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
granted, the defense, they improved. They had a shaky first half. They improved in the second half. Special teams had a field goal block. Koo missed a couple kicks. Hey, but he made it when it counted. Sent the game into OT. And man, just having the offense look like that. I haven't had an offensive game. We haven't had an offensive game like that since Matt Ryan was our quarterback.
Oh yeah, bro. Nah, we
Since Matt Ryan was our quarterback, man. I love
haven't seen a game like that since I want to say the one that I like think about real well is in 2018. Now I don't know, maybe we had some games like that in 19 and 20, maybe 21 in Matt Ryan last year. Um yeah, maybe in Matt Ryan's last year. But bruh, like I ain't gonna lie, that's either that take you back. That's like 2012 good. That's like 2016 good. That's like 2018 scoring offense. You
like
know what I'm
that's what
saying?
like getting used to that high flying Falcons offense. That Falcons
Yeah.
offense where like you got that bend don't break defense and you just need the offense to score 30 points. That was old school. That was old. And granted, I'll give the defense credit. They came on in the second half, only gave up 6 points. But man, Kirk threw for over 500 yards.
Bro,
All questions about his Achilles,
no.
all questions about his health have been answered. Kirk is healthy. He is ready. And I'll say this. This is a huge building block and a huge culture win for us. This showed winning football. This is something we've been craving, something the city has needed, man. Kirk piping the city up, man. I love it.
That was and you know what else is good when you're a Falcons fan? That was prime time.
Prime time, dog.
You know what I'm saying? On Mag Night ceremony being inducted into the Ring of Honor, you know, against a division rival, a short week, they first in the division. And like I really want to give the defense credit in that second half. Cause there was multiple times where like really the game could have been over if they didn't like bow their back. Like when the Bucs was going in, and then Bates got that strip.
Dog, I was ready to turn the game off, man.
Like,
I was so
bro,
mad.
almost.
And then they saved the game.
I wasn't gonna turn it off. I was gonna see because like they could have still, you know, got a stop, got the ball back. But then Bates got that, and then let me tell you, that holding call pretty much cost them the game.
Oh, it
That
did.
holding call, that center on the holding on Grady Jarrett. I was like, yo, I'm sensitive about that area of the field because I hate to be the guy bringing this shit up, but I think about that hold in the Super Bowl that time,
Man.
and I thought that is because of that area of the field. I immediately saw that hold and said that's gonna push them out of field goal range. That's gonna push them out of field goal range, and that might cost them because the one thing the Bucs had to do was get that field goal up and make the Falcons have to score a touchdown with no timeouts left. That was the one thing the Bucs had to do. And then, bro, like I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I know it could have gone bad, but they managed the hell out the end of that. Like to go for it on 4th and 15. I know a lot of people want to kick it. I thought that was the wrong idea because I'm like, nah,
Same here,
you
man.
need to make sure that you need to treat it like you might not get this ball back. Right?
And you might take a shot because if
you don't know, and then because it was a pick, the ball got moved a little further back. So, like, you know, if it was an incomplete pass, the ball would have been dead right where it was, and the Bucs would have took over from there and already been well within field goal range. But the pick moved the ball really back to like the 30 or so.
Dude.
Then we got a stop where they lost yards. Then we got that holding call that pushed them back further. I was like, boy, the Bucs about to push themselves out of field goal range, and then they gonna punt the ball. And if they don't pin us, bro, we can still make a move. And then, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, I thought we had effed up when we threw that ball to Drake over the middle, and he running, and I'm like, oh my God, we about to blow the game. We about to die with the clock about to kill us. Them boys sprinted to the line.
No,
They
it was
got
like
there.
really a game for me.
Caught the ball with 1 second.
I thought it was gonna be a runoff, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's how we lose a
Bro,
runoff!"
and like, bro, the level. No, you nailing it. That's literally what I'm getting. The part of you that says, "Hey, I'm about with the execution, the team execution, to get up there, everybody get set and don't move because because a penalty with a running clock under a minute left is a 10-second run off. That would have been game over. But they got there with a second left. They executed it. And then they had like a penalty, which I ain't gonna lie. Now I know they were saying on the broadcast that ain't no reason to think it was a reset, but I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was gonna be a reset too on the clock, at least for them to set the ball. I don't know. It seemed like the clock started fast. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I normally, if they actually spike the ball, I usually don't see people have to do a hurry up thing like that unless it's like, they running out of time and they guess you had to hurry up and kick it while the clock running. But then cool to be in that situation where it was a 47-yard kick. I was like, that's in the bag. Get that penalty, move it back 5. That's still well within cool range, but sometimes that mess with your mind just having that penalty. But man, cool did his thing. And yo, shout out to Hodge.
Dog,
You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready.
Dog had a couple of really good catches this game too.
He did. But people don't know Hodge is a little underrated as an actual receiver. He's one of those guys who's just too good as a special teamer to always have out there as a receiver when your receiving weapon's better. But like he's a capable receiver.
And he showed that, dog. We got weapons, baby. I love it. The offense.
Mooney though, did you see Mooney though? That boy, I mean, he had that bad draw. Honestly, he probably could have won the game right there in regulation if he would have caught that. But
hey, I ain't gonna. His game was too good to hold that drop against him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I hated that for him.
Hated that for him, and I'm glad we got to win so he could just wash it off his back and be like, "Hey, we still got the team."
Bro, yeah, man.
And that's the thing I'm gonna tell you, dog. The team fought when we needed a turnover. What the team do? All pro, Jesse Bates, create a turnover, man.
Yeah, man.
He made that happen. The team made that. And it's nice to say that because we've had 3 primetime games. 2 of them we won. The other one we should have won against the Chiefs. But hey,
we should have, yeah.
But hey, we've had.
And honestly, if the offense was playing like this, they probably would have.
We've had 3 games.
Don't need to worry about that now.
In the world now, because the world has seen the Falcons now. That we not some easy target. We got some bite in us, and I love that, man. I love the coach. This was a huge culture one for us. Huge for the locker room. I love it, man.
To come back, like to have the Buccaneers doing what they did, because like I can think of so many times in my fandom. I'm sure you can too, because you've been there for a lot of that same time. I can think of so many times in my fandom where the most Falcon thing to do in this situation would have been for Kirk Cousins to have a huge game, the offense have a huge game, and we lose. One of the most Falcon things to happen in that situation was that penalty would have made Koo push the kick, and then we miss it. Man. One of the most Falcon things that could have happened was that drop could have actually cost us. When Koo missed, when we have a stud kicker and they miss kicks, usually we lose those games. Like that's one of them ones that like give you that we believe type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like how all the wins good, man. That's just hey man. Like and I remember the podcast with Ryan Clark and Shannon Crowder and Fred Taylor.
Oh yeah, I know what you want, Shannon Crowder.
Yeah, which one is that? I can't remember what it's called. Not I Am Athlete. That's Brandon Marshall. They don't like Brandon Marshall. I can't remember their podcast, but they had Raheem on there in offseason. He talked about it, and that's one thing he said. He said, hey, I'm going to instill belief in these guys. Like, he said that they was going to believe. And he looked, being a coach, I know I love the X's and O's guys, but a guy who know how to get his team behind the cause, man, that's just so underrated as a coach, man.
Absolutely, man. And you can tell the guys are fighting. Even when there's times where I'm like, man, we've had so many bad years of this typical Falcon choking football.
Yo, man.
It feels nice to have a couple games this year where the shoes on the other foot and we snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Because
Yo,
there have
brother.
been years of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Hell, we're the best at it. We've done it on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But man, it feels nice. Now it feels like we're turning the corner.
We
Like,
just
we're
like
past it.
starting.
Our team is looking good. We've got some belief. Kirk and Raheem piping the city up. The defense is going crazy. Like I'm loving what I'm seeing, dude. I'm loving. Like the city's embracing us again, and it feels good.
Yeah, did you see the fans?
Like the city's embracing us again. I got a hybrid schedule, so I don't go into work often, but I'm going tomorrow, and I cannot wait to rock my Falcon shit. There's a couple Saints fans in the building too. I don't know if it's too many Bucs fans, but I cannot wait to
No, the Saints hate us enough, but it's just as good.
Rock it with pride. No, we put on for the city.
Yeah. Right. Look. Hey, I got another question for you. So Kyle Pitts ain't getting no separation?
Exactly. Exactly.
I was like, nah, man. Like, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, man. And you know what? No, it's hard time. I do it. It's hard time I give Zach Robinson some credit. Because you know me, I was very critical of Zach Robinson.
Oh, same
I
here.
said, hey, man, it's giving 2017 Steve Sarkisian. It's giving Arthur Smith. Hey, bro, today, it's giving 2016 Shanahan. But, like, the good part. Like, I was like, all right now, that boy. And, bro, like, look, the Bucs might have scored more points on us than anybody scored on us this year, but we scored more points on them than anybody they gave up this year, than anybody who's played them this year. You know what I'm saying?
People got to forget. They played the Eagles last week, who did not have Devontae Smith or
yeah, and we took advantage. But we played a much better brand of football than the Eagles did too, though. Because I ain't gonna lie, the Bucs did pretty much what they wanted against the Eagles. Like they were getting pressure on Hurts. They were blitzing him. They were covering this guy. Now, to be fair, them not having to worry about the receivers really hurt the Eagles because they put the clamps on their receivers, but they could not get home against us. Not for real. Like they definitely got some pressure for sure. We knew Ryan Newsel was gonna have his hands full. I ain't even gonna lie. I think at least every offensive lineman got beat once.
They did, but they held for the most part.
For the most part, bro, he threw the ball like 48 times, almost 50 times.
500.
How many attempts he had?
Hey, I can check the stats right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say, let's go ahead and pull them things up, man.
Kirk Cousins, 42 for 58 for 509.
Okay, so he had 58 pass attempts. Yeah, man. And real talk, look.
So we couldn't run the ball. I
was about to say, look, Kirk really put the team on his back. As far as throwing the ball and just being decisive. And you know what's crazy? You know what else is crazy?
Well, yeah,
I still don't think Kirk at his best.
Me either. I think
like I ain't saying he's gonna play a better game than this, but he's not at his best yet.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Well, he had a career high throwing the y'all ball today, innit?
He did. Post Achilles, Kirk has a career high. I love it.
Right. And on the night where Troy Anderson was out, it was some plays where not having Troy, I actually hurt. Like, I didn't know if the Troy we saw in the Saints game was just going to be Troy from here on out, or if he was going, he was transitioning and maybe he was going to have a bad game today, whatever. But there was definitely some plays I saw where I was like, damn, man, we missing that sideline to sideline speed at linebacker. But like the way the Bucs was running the ball against us in the first half and the way they put the clamps on that shit in the second half, Baker Mayfield didn't even throw for 200 yards, did he? I think he threw for like 180 yards. Like, boy, and with the way he was throwing for yards in the first half, I think he had 130 yards. Yeah, you got the stats up?
180 for the game, 3 TDs.
Yeah, he threw for like 130 in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
He threw for 50 yards in the second half. Oh, and what was time of possession?
I'm looking for that. Time of possession, 33 for us, 27 for them.
All right, yep, we won time of possession. Oh, and we get the Panthers next week, boy. We could put a stranglehold on the division, boy. Oh man, we just gotta not take the Panthers easy, man. Don't take it light, bro. I ain't ready to focus on that yet, though. I want to enjoy.
Say, don't eat the cheese, don't eat the rat poison.
Yo, man.
Can't do that, man. We just can't do that. Stay humble. Realize we got a bigger job. We only a quarter of the way through the season.
Hey.
On their head. What Raheem say? Who the fuck next?
Who was next? Yeah. I was loving what you think I was thinking, bro. Because I sure was thinking. I was like, hey, man. That was another thing I liked. After that Eagles win, bro, he had them boys focused. He said, hey, man, who the fuck is next? Now, they lost the next game, but they didn't come out looking unprepared. They didn't come out looking like they sat on that win and was just, oh, my God, bro. Oh, man.
It was great.
550 yards of offense. Kirk with 500 passing yards, man. Mooney, London with London with 150, Mooney with 100, Pitts with 88, Hodge with 67, including a 45-yard game-winning touchdown. Oh my God. Woo! Boy, Ray McCloud. And you know what's funny? Ray McCloud actually has been pretty good this year. And they was talking about it on the cast. I'm like, and that actually got me thinking because I don't remember who I was.
He's a very Taylor Gabriel-esque season right now.
Yeah, a little bit. What I was thinking about though was I don't remember who I was watching. It might have. I know Matt Barnes. I saw it, but I'm thinking about somebody else. But they was talking about how a lot of times, man, in football or really in pro sports in general, a lot of these dudes could ball. They just really don't get their chance. So like we took a guy who, he might have just been a journeyman, a returning kind of guy, and they said apparently Ike Hilliard, who he was a former Buck, and he's our wide receiver coach, and he really was lobbying for Ray to get a shot. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Maybe I started thinking about that. I was like, maybe Ray just better than I've been giving him credit for. Maybe we just been kind of down in this man because, oh man, he's a journeyman guy. We got, a first round receiver. We got Darnell Mooney, and we got a first round tight end. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe Ray do know what to do with them opportunities. Most of the times, he is a pretty reliable receiver.
We got dudes. They just have been put in bad situations, man. Darnell Mooney had quarterback issues. Hell, Kyle Pitts too.
Yeah. No, it was on like he spread the ball around like hold on, let me see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers caught a pass. 7 different receivers. Drake London had caught 12 out of his 13 targets. Mooney he caught 9 out of his 16. Kyle caught 7 out of his 8 targets. McLeod had not. Wow, man, yeah.
It was beautiful. It was.
I
used to play for times like this.
Yo, man, like for real, bro. Like, hey. I'm just trying to look at everything, and I'm like, man, the way that was one of them games that, no phase was perfect, but that's a team win though. Right, like the offense put on basically a kind of sort of a clinic, but they did have a turnover and they did have a bad day running the ball. They had some times where they could have probably, Darnell Mooney had to drop. Defense got eviscerated in the first half. Koo missed a couple field goals, but when it was balls to the wall, when the game was on the line, offense performed, defense performed. Koo made his kick. Oh my God, boy! It'd be so funny. Like it's only 5 games in. I was like, I'm trying to tell myself, hey man, if they lose, bro, it's only 5th game, bro. It's still chill. We play the Bucs in a couple weeks. It'll be fine. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was gonna be upset if we lost this game, bro. I was gonna be mad. Like I would have
been happy that Kirk played like he did, but I would have been upset that we couldn't.
Yeah, that we wasted it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels so good.
Like, man, the one time he plays well and we can't get right on defense, and then they did in the second half. So I can't be.
Oh man, yeah, because bro, they didn't punt in the first half. They didn't punt. Like we did not stop them really at all, and it just had me like, oh man, I don't know if we're gonna sort this out. But I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, hey man, I believe that they know how to make adjustments. That's one thing I have been seeing so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to say. I can't remember the score of every game, but I want to say everybody scored less in the second half than they did in the first half.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's because ultimately with a lot of these games, man, when your offense struggling, the only reason you still either winning or losing by one score is because your defense holding it down.
And
And
they've been holding it down all year so far. 5 games in, they've kept us in every game.
they're exactly like maybe they're not always a good defense, but they make plays when you need them. You know what I'm saying? And like that Yamada sack came at a huge time. Like that could have been a terrible time for that. The Bates forced fumble. Who else made some plays on defense? I mean, heck, that well, I guess that ended up not being so. Apparently, they marked it wrong because I saw that it looked like they had 2 first downs back to back, and I was like, what? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially because Clark Phillips had made a real good play. That pass that went out to Rashad White that he made the tackle on, and I'm like, yeah, because he had every opportunity to get sucked in by the movement of the receivers, but he followed his responsibility and made the play. Boy, but just the second half, the improved run defense, bro, getting a little pressure, and I'm just like, man,
I'm trying to tell you, man.
it's
nice.
It's doing this. It's starting to come together. And hey man, look, I'm excited. Might need to hit something tonight.
Hey man. Hey.
Boy, I am excited, boy. Oh, and it's just so good to get this one out the way.
It's a Thursday.
Get to enjoy my weekend.
My weekend is made. My weekend is made, baby.
Just need the Saints and Panthers to lose, and then we can start maybe getting a little this. Hey man, and look, do we think we're gonna be 3-2 through 5 games?
I had us at 1-5.
You see what I'm saying?
I am great right now. So grateful. So unbelievably grateful.
Oh man. And
hey, dog, it's getting late. I have to call it, so we have to.
That's all right. That's all right. That's just a rapid react, man. We'll go ahead and catch up next time. Please like, subscribe, comment, celebrate with us, and enjoy this W. That was huge for the tenure, huge for the country, for the city going forward, man. Oh my God, we needed this. Have a good one. Signing off. Peace.
All right, big dog.